Last night, I got to see Yorgos Lanthimos' newest film, Begonia, and walking out of that theater felt like stepping out of another dimension. If you followed his work, you know what I mean. That strange alchemy of absurdity, cruelty, and tenderness that somehow leaves you laughing, disturbed, and oddly moved all at once. But Begonia might be the most daring synthesis of all his instincts. A film that feels both familiar and completely alien, like he's folding his own filmography back on itself to create something new. It's grotesque and beautiful, cynical and humane, and I genuinely haven't stopped thinking about it since the credits rolled. I'll keep this mainly spoiler-free until the end, where I'll warn you before diving into the details. Because Begonia isn't just another oddball entry in Lanthimos' catalog. It's an experience that benefits from going in blind, from feeling that disorientation he loves to play with. So let's talk about what makes Begonia such a fascinating, maddening, and maybe even brilliant addition to one of the most distinct filmographies working today. I'm going to be honest, I've only seen 3 other Lanthimos films, and I've been mixed on all of them. The Lobster and Kinds of Kindness fascinated me with their ideas, but they never fully followed through on that fascination. They felt like they were constantly building towards something profound, only to pull back right when it got interesting. Poor Things, on the other hand, was visually incredible, but dragged in its pacing, to the point where I found myself detached by the end. So when I sat down for Begonia, I didn't know what to expect, but somehow Lanthimos took everything that's ever frustrated me about his work and fixed it. From the very first scene, Begonia pulled me in. It's one of the most immersive films I've seen this year. There's an energy pulsing through every frame that's been missing from his recent work. Not just stylistic energy, but emotional energy. It feels alive. The pacing, which has often been my biggest issue with Lanthimos films, is perfectly balanced here. It's slow when it needs to breathe, but never indulgent. Every scene builds naturally into the next, and before you realize it, 2 hours have passed and you haven't looked away once. The cinematography is just stunning. Lanthimos has always worked with strong visual language, but Begonia feels like a new peak for him. The color palette is so vibrant, but in a way that never feels artificial. It's almost like a painting, like the world itself is both heightened and real at once. The lighting gives everything this soft, honey-like glow that makes even the strangest imagery feel inviting. It's beautiful, but it's not beauty for beauty's sake. Every shot feels carefully chosen to enhance the absurdity and tension of what's happening. And then there's the score, easily one of the best I've heard all year. It's grand, it's harrowing, and it feels completely alive with the film. It swells and collapses at just the right moments, and when it goes quiet, you feel the weight of that silence. Some cues almost sound scared, and others sound like nightmares. It's that constant contrast that keeps you right on edge, but never alienates you. And the writing, it's sharp, absurd, and unexpectedly funny. This is easily the tightest Lanthimos script to date, without sacrificing his distinct voice. There's still that offbeat dialogue, those strange pauses, and clinical line deliveries, but the rhythm of it all feels tighter and more deliberate. You can feel the intelligence in every scene, but not in a way that talks down you. Instead, it feels like Lanthimos is finally having fun with his absurdity, rather than hiding behind it. What really impressed me is how Begonia creates this strange, airtight bubble of logic. Despite how absurd the premise is, the movie convinces you to believe in it completely. There are moments that should feel ridiculous, moments that, in lesser hands, would pull you right out, but here, they're grounded. The world building is so confident that you find yourself genuinely questioning what's for real. For almost the entire runtime, you're asking the same question. Are there actually aliens? And the film keeps that question alive, playing with your expectations until the very end. What makes this even more effective is how Lanthimos handles mystery. He doesn't just rush to explain, but he also doesn't use ambiguity as a crutch. Every strange detail feels intentional, like a piece of a larger, perfectly designed puzzle. There are moments where the film practically shows you the truth, but you're still not sure if you can trust what you're seeing. It's masterful tension building, the kind that doesn't rely on jump scares or plot twists, but on mood and perspective. Thematically, Begonia feels like Lanthimos coming full circle. It's about human absurdity, about the way people cling to order and chaos. But it's also more empathetic than anything he's made before. There's a genuine heart beating underneath all the weirdness. You still get the surreal humor, the awkward interactions, the power dynamics, but they're in service of something deeper. It feels like Lanthimos finally found the emotional core his other films kept at a distance. Performance-wise, everyone is firing on all cylinders. The chemistry between the leads is electric, strange, uncomfortable, but magnetic. You can never quite tell who's in control. But that tension makes every interaction feel dangerous. Each performance carries that signature Lanthimos delivery, flat on the surface but simmering underneath, and when the emotion finally breaks through, it hits hard. By the time Begonia ends, you're left in this perfect middle ground between clarity and confusion. It gives you answers, but not all of them, and that's what makes it brilliant. Lanthimos has crafted something that feels definitive, yet elusive, bold, yet strangely tender. For the first time, I walked out of one of his films, not just impressed, but genuinely moved. Begonia is without a doubt my favorite of his films, not because it abandons what makes him unique, but because it finally brings it all together in a way that feels complete. Now for the spoilers. The big reveal of Begonia is devastating and brilliant. Emma Stone's character is in fact an alien empress, part of a council of beings who literally watch over Earth from inside a bubble. It's the kind of twist that's so perfectly Lanthimos. It's absurd, shocking, yet somehow feels inevitable once it's shown. All of the subtle oddities in her behavior, the strange logic of the world around her, the eerie way the story unfolds, it suddenly clicks. The revelation doesn't just serve as a plot device, it reframes everything you've seen, forcing the audience to reconsider the film's absurdities in a new light. The twist solidifies the film's core message: humanity is lost. We can't rely on some magical external solution to our problems. Lanthimos challenges us to face the harsh realities of our own destructive behaviors and the difficult truths of the world we've created. Even as the story plays with satire and absurd humor, there's a weight to this message. The Alien Council isn't there to save us. They're observers, pointing out just how fragile and chaotic our systems are. It's both terrifying and darkly funny, as the audience recognizes that we're the ones in charge of the chaos, even if we wish for a simple, otherworldly fix. And yet the film is also a stunning commentary on humanity's relationship with the mutual world, using the imagery of bees and the meaning of Begonia itself. Bees, like humans, are small actors in a larger system, yet integral to the survival of their environment. Begonia draws that comparison with a devastating elegance. Humanity is behaving as carelessly as a species that doesn't understand its own impact, blindly destructive to the very ecosystem that sustains it. Layered atop the absurdity and satire, this environmental and social commentary lands harder than any sermon could. By blending alien logic, human folly, and natural allegory, Lanthimos crafts a film that is not just immersive and surreal, but urgent, intelligent, and above all, unforgettable. And that's all. Begonia. Pretty amazing. Thank you for watching. I've really been having fun making videos. I mean, editing my Guillermo del Toro ranking gave me an existential crisis, but recording these is insanely fun. Anyway, please watch Begonia in theaters, and until next time, keep watching movies, keep noticing the little details, and remember, behave yourself.
Vamos!